Heart to Heart is the movie I'm reviewing today, and this movie is on Maurice YouTube channel. A recap of this movie talks about a young guy who went to the village, proposed marriage, proposed love to this lovely village girl. Now came back to the city unknown to him. This village girl was snuck into his car boot. This girl says, Lala to Lala, Nami and you in this town. You promised me marriage, you promised to love me forever, and you have been eating in my quarter. So on that note, I am here to stay. Unknown to the village girl, this man is in a relationship, but unfortunately she has refused to leave the house, and this led to this village girl getting pregnant for this young rich city man. But how did that pregnancy jeopardize his relationship and the current city girlfriend? This is what this movie is about. What I like about this movie, I'll start with the acting and directing of this movie. Ruth Kadiri is also another character who is really good when it comes to acting, comic relief kind of character. She actually nailed her role in this movie as the village girl that she played, and the pidgin was consistent, even though she has to sneak in some correct English here and there due to her stay with Maurice, and that was fun. I actually enjoyed her character in this movie. She stood out, and I enjoyed her character very much in this movie. Another thing I like about this movie is the song or the theme song that was playing in the background of most of the scene. That's really nice. I think in recent times, most of these, actors and producers are investing in sound in terms of music they use in their movies, because we are tired of the same theme song that they had. Almost all of them used to play that song. So I think in the last 2 weeks, the movies that have been released all have different songs, and I think I like that. So yeah, Maurice also have a different song on this movie, and I enjoyed that as well. Another thing I like about this movie was the scene where Maurice had a call that there was an accident and the baby mama died. That was really a shock for me as a viewer, only for him to reach the hospital and he was told, well, this is not the diseased body, this is another person. So I was like, okay, that was really a guy. So I really enjoyed the shock relief of that particular 2 scenes that happened. So that was something I enjoyed very much for this movie. Last 2 things that I like about this movie is costume of Ruth Kadiri. Her wrapper that she was always tying was really cute, and how tightly they really make the wrapper on her body, that was really appealing. I mean, considering her size and the way the wrapper was not falling or stripping off or her adjusting or just make her uncomfortable, she was actually very comfortable, confident in that wrapper, and I was like, wow, that's really nice. So that was something I like. And lastly, what I want to talk about is that this movie is fun, catchy, interesting, comic relief in the reaction or scenes with Maurice and Ruth, about knocking and stuff like that. All those scenes are really fun and very interesting. If you like comedy, this is the kind of movie you really enjoy. So yeah, those are the things I like about this movie. Moving on to what I do not like about this movie. What I don't like about this movie, I will start with cinematography. Cinematography of this movie is in shambles, like it's in the trash. I don't even want to waste my time and talk about it. Maurice had better cinematography for most of his movies. I don't know, in the last 2-3 movies that have been released, I don't know what is happening to his crew. I don't know what is happening to his production. This particular movie had a very terrible lighting, was bad, the camera was shaking when they are fighting on scenes or stuff like that. Then of course focusing has a problem. The only focus most of the time that I could really appreciate was this scene. It also had quite an okay cinematography. Aside that, everything else is questionable, like from head to toe. I don't know what was going on with this particular project. I'm not a fan of the cinema. It looks like Uchenna Bunabo color grading going on with this movie, and I'm not a fan of it at all. You can like it, I do not like it. Another thing I don't like about this movie was the so many accident scenes that happened that we didn't see. Even though they tried to show us terrible shooting, terrible idea, no creativity whatsoever in terms of all the accident that was happening in this movie. And I was asking myself, why? They should have just said, okay, they should have just made us assume rather than making us see a terrible scene like that. Oh, it was like a comedy skit that was going on. Guys, it's a movie. Make it a production, make it something worth watching. What is this? Like, what really is this scenes? All the 2 scenes, I mean 3 scenes that the accident happened. Terrible, terrible. Again, if you cannot make a scene of a movie interesting and worth watching or very catchy, don't do it. Just let us assume. Let your viewers, that be your watchers, assume it. Please, I don't... Next thing I don't like about this movie is location. Of course, Maurice, Ruth, Kadiri, Uche, Nancy, these 3 major producers who have a lot of views on YouTube in terms of Nollywood are always having terrible location. They do not even invest well. I can exempt Ruth Kadiri a bit, but look at the location for this, except the house location. Hospital is bad. There's no location even. The hospital scene, I don't know. I think the Lagos YouTube producers have a very questionable problem when it comes to location of their movie. Of course, they are always shooting in the same place. So I think they need to find a way of giving us, bare minimum. At least we deserve that. You guys are making millions of naira on YouTube. Why can't you just give us the bare minimum at least? The hospital scenes of this movie is so terrible. Is that even a hospital? Of course, these particular locations have been used by Ruth Kadiri before in her movies for hospital scene as well. Now, see the hospital bed. There's no equipment, only one label on the wall. Even the doctor that was acting as a doctor is not even professional. Look at the hallway where they were going to, when Maurice was going to identify the body of Ruth or something. Look at that look at that scene. Like, how terrible can it be, my people? How terrible. Location for this movie, just trash it, guys. Trash it. Lastly, I want to talk about costume. Maurice, I'm tired of seeing this, your white slippers, be white slide. This is what you wear in all your movies, that white slide that you wear. Change it. And also, I am tired of seeing boring costume from you. If you are representing yourself as a rich young boy, look the part. Look the part. Your girlfriend, bad makeup, the hair is questionable. Then the only person who had the costume correct in this movie was Ruth Kadiri. I don't know how she did it, but yeah, she did it. I think I enjoyed, and she looked decent per the village girl that she was acting in this movie. I think her costume wise was okay, her wardrobe was okay compared to you as a city boy with this your white slide that you're always wearing in all your movies. I am tired of Maurice, I am tired of seeing that white slide. Change it. In fact, be switching it up with something. And notwithstanding, this is a very interesting movie, very comic relief type of movie. You will definitely enjoy it. And on that note, I'm going to rate this movie a 4/10 because I'm generous like that. I love comedy movie as usual. You guys already know it's fun, it's catchy. If you want to watch Heart to Heart, it's showing on Maurice Sam YouTube channel. Do what to watch. And lastly, I also enjoy the Gateman. This guy is improving in his acting. I think I enjoy him as well. I'll see you all in the next movie review.